So, Olivia, welcome.
Hi.
Hi. So, could you tell us the story behind Plox?
So Plox started when I was actually 16. I did my GCSEs, and in the summer after my GCSEs, I had all these plans to sort of do trips around Europe and go interrailing and all these sorts of things. And my father said to me, like, it's all very well you having all these trips, but who's paying for them? And I was like, oh, okay. So how am I going to make money doing something that I enjoy in quite a quick way? Like if I'm going to work in a restaurant or in a bar at the age of 16, that's sort of the only thing I was really going to be able to do. It was going to take a long time of working in a restaurant or in a bar to make the money that I wanted to make for these trips. So I was like, I need to do something that I'm good at because someone needs to employ me. And I need to make the money as quickly as I can. So I thought about what I was good at, and children is 100% the thing that I'm best at sort of engaging with, keeping them entertained. I get on well with children, and I love arts and crafts. So I thought, why not put together a summer camp at my house for all the little girls that I knew, cousins, friends of friends, sisters of friends, and have them come to my house for a week and do loads of drama and art, sport, cooking, all this kind of thing. I had 12 girls that year, so I had them for 1 week. And their parents dropped them off in the morning and collected them in the afternoon. And I finished the week and they were all sort of asking me, please, can you do it next week? Please, can you do it next week? I was like, no, because I have all these trips I want to do, but I'll do it next year. And then the following year, some of them were too old. And then the ones who had been too young the previous year were old enough. I started sort of 6 to 12. That was my sort of age gap. And that's how it started. And this summer coming will be my 10th year of doing it. And it's now grown. I have about 25 girls. And when I was at university, I was just doing internships in fashion. I thought I wanted to go into fashion for a while, doing internships and figuring out that actually I wasn't really going to love any of those sorts of things. So I decided to turn what I had done as a summer camp into a full-time enterprise, so that's where the idea of the Plox Parties and the workshops came from. And I then obviously started in London, don't have so much outside space, so I made it a little more specialized to the arts and crafts aspect of the summer camp, bring that in, make it more art and craft based, and then add some activities as I see fit, sort of thing. So that's where it started.
Awesome. And what's the aim? Obviously, it's for children. What do you want children to achieve by using Plox?
I want children to just get kind of messy and creative and use paint and glitter, get home from school, put newspaper on the kitchen table and just make stuff. That's what I used to do when I was a kid. That's something that I feel that a lot of children are losing and lacking, whether it's because parents are just really busy, and they're not sort of at the forefront being like, okay, you get home from school, let's make something. The kids, if it's up to them, they're going to choose the easy option and go and watch TV or play on the iPad or do these dub smash videos, recording music. So the idea is that you can call me and I'll come to your house with all the materials to put on a really super cool art and craft workshop. I call them workshops, but it's not a workshop, it's fun. It's play. And the child chooses a theme. So I have a menu of themes on my website, but if there is something that a particular child is really interested in, like superheroes or unicorns, then every party is bespoke. So I just take the theme, the age of the child, the gender of the child, and I just kind of take it from there. I design the whole workshop. So each workshop is totally bespoke. And the whole idea is that no screens are used. So we're going back to sort of the traditional way of playing. And it's important because at the end of the day, a kid has 8-10 years of their life when they're young enough before they get too old to actually play. And I think that they should really play, not play on a screen, play video games, that sort of thing. So yeah.
Incredible. And I'm sure you've got quite a lot of positive feedback from parents and children, of course.
I have. One of the main reasons why the whole thing carried on is because the kids were sort of saying, can you do it next year? Can you do it next week? At the end of the week, they wouldn't want to go home. a funny story. My dad is good friends with one of the dads of the girls who would come to the workshop, and he sort of asked him in February, do you know when Olivia's doing the summer camp? Because my daughter won't let us plan our family holiday because she doesn't want to miss it. So that is something which, like, I've always, if the girls wanted me to do it again, then that means that I'm doing something right. In London, the kids are like, what? We only do one more activity. Like, we want to do this thing, or we want to do this. And so it's always, no kid is ever like, okay, when are we going to finish, sort of thing, which I think is amazing. And I just get on well with the kids. Even if it's the first time I meet them, we're sort of friends, which is quite weird. But I love it. And I think that comes off. And so they have a good time as well.
Amazing. And a final question, where do you see Plox in 10 years' time?
I would love my Plox boxes, which is the product side of the business. I created a box full of games and activities, which enables a child to sort of carry on that creative fun once they've left the workshop or the party they're at, or I've left their home, and they can take that around the world with them. And I would love more than anything to see that on airplanes, in hotels, and in airports, so that parents can buy them for their kids and they are creatively entertained, creatively inspired and engaged while they're traveling, rather than just being hooked to a screen.